This game is just absolute crap. Isn't that what happens? This is the usual case scenario. When we really don't understand some things, we either get afraid of it or we just like to make fun of it. In the case of JavaScript, when you see scenarios like this, we chose to make fun of it because we don't understand what's happening behind the scene. And to be honest, I enjoy these memes too. In this particular scenario, a usual first eye look gives an impact that JavaScript is trying to be very inconsistent. But this is just the opposite of what JavaScript is trying to do here. JavaScript is trying to be as much as consistent as possible. And this is the price you pay for being too much consistent. In most programming languages, when you just see these sort methods, you just like to just assume that these sort methods will sort everything in what you really like to do, probably in ascending or descending order. But JavaScript is going one step further in trying to be more consistent and hence paying the prices here. Let me walk you through on my computer screen and try to show you that what exactly is happening and what to expect in these special scenarios in JavaScript.
So I have written some functions, so I'll keep this one as short and we'll have a small discussion on this sort method. So when you run this sort method on any array, you get some funky results, and this is all intentional by JavaScript, and they also mention that pretty clearly. The sort method uses elements in array in place, so that's a little bit saving of the spaces there, but it returns the sorted array, but not like any other array. The default sort is ascending, but first and foremost, every single element is converted into the string, and then the sorting is done. And not just the sorting based on comparing the string, that's how we do according to the mathematical formulas and rule we have got. But here in the JavaScript, once every element is converted into string, these conversion first and foremost is based on UTF-16, and then which element comes first in the table, based on that we do the sorting, not based on mathematical where something like 2 is smaller than 3. So we don't follow that one. We follow actually which one comes first in the table. Now, of course, there is a little bit of a discussion that needs to be done on UTF-16. Why not UTF-8? Everybody follows UTF-8. Most of the major website follows UTF-8, which was and currently is the major standard. UTF-16 allows you to have more characters into your arena where you are doing everything. So it also mentions up here. So if you'll notice onto the Oracle website here, they also clearly mention that UTF-16 character encodes brings more character to the picture. Characters like Chinese symbol, Japanese symbols, and Korean. And you might be wondering, I don't use them. But not accurately, my friend. This UTF-16 encoding allows you to have not only just these Chinese and Korean characters, but also to include something which we all are a big fan, emojis. UTF-16 encoding allows you to directly include emojis or emoticons, however you say that, into your pictures, and Swift is one of the programming language which uses it like insanely everywhere, almost everywhere. So many games are there too. But you can build all of these games here too. Okay. This brings us to the point that, okay, this is not going according to our regular mathematics, so how we can actually manipulate to follow these. And this is where this method shines. The sort method actually allows you to give it a method that you can write customly on your own and can give it. So let me just show you that. So we'll go up in here. So we have this example here. First, let me bring this sort method up here. So we have got this sort method, but if I write a code, which is, I'll not waste your time by showing you this basic of the code, we can have this function which says my sort, and you can have A and B. And now we are comparing that if A is greater than B, we return 1. If B is greater than A, we return -1, or we return a 0 in case both are equal. Now this is kind of a regular example that we can give, and I can just copy this one, go up here, and we can simply go ahead and paste this one, and now we have this method in here. Now, if I just use this one, instead of doing sort, the regular sort, I can pass on my method here. So I can simply say, I want to give you this my sort, and now let's just go ahead and do it. Now it performs things based on what I expect it to do because I have explicitly given it direction to do what I really want to do. Okay, one more small thing here. Many times you'll see that people don't write this much of a big function. You'll see a smaller compact version of it, something like a comma b, then an arrow function, and then a minus b and stuff like that. Yes, that is 100% possible. Those methods are good if you're doing only number comparison. In fact, I would recommend if there is a comparison which is only for numbers, go ahead and do that. But if you want it to be more explicit about strings and everything, then this is the way you might want to go. A little bit more to that. So what power does it give? Like this looks like an extra work that we are doing. Yes, of course. But why is it here? This is here that you do some extra work and you understand how powerful this can be. Let me show you another example here. So let's just say this is all what we understand. We don't need this now. This is a very basic function. If you're following up my JavaScript series, this shouldn't be a big deal. But let me show you something interesting here. So this is the order that we can do, something very interesting. Let's just say you are building a website in which you are keeping all the orders of the game. Like this is in this series, the games came out, and somebody comes to you and says that, hey, I want you to arrange these games, only these 3 games, not all of them, 3 in the order in which they were released. So what you can do, that you can actually define a simple function which says Batman game order, and we have an AB which will get the comparison. And this is my array in which all of the games of the Batman are in the particular order in which they came in. And then I write a simple method which compares the index of A and B. Now, if somebody comes to me and says, hey, these are the games that I want you to arrange in the specific order they got their release. Now notice here, this set here, this array consists of all the games of Batman that were released. But in here, we don't have all the games. Some games are missing in here, and they're also jumbled up in the order. So now, if you use the games.sort on this array, it will sort them according to the release order they were released, but it's also not worried about the games which are missing here. So if I just copy and run this, you'll get the point that how this is all being done. So let's clear this one, paste that, and yes, of course, we get all the release dates here. So Arkham Origins, then Arkham Origins Blackgates, then directly we move on to Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight. But notice here, the original order was after the Blackgate, there was Assault on Arkham, then Arkham Asylum, then City, and then the Knight. So this is the original order, but my user who came up with only selected games is not worried about whether he's passing on all the games or not. So this sort method can be really, really powerful. And the best part that I like about it is that it is very, very customizable. But again, if you want to make some more memes on that, I'll be happy to know more of them. So share it with me too.
And yeah, just one more thing. If this video doesn't get a like and a subscribe, I don't know what gets that. Probably I should start a reaction channel or maybe a vlog channel.
So welcome to cycle vlogs because I cannot afford a motorcycle. So welcome to bicycle vlogs.
Now waking
it's
up
a good weather.
and holding you till we forget it all.